A while back on my Facebook page, I had showed a picture of putting kind of like a chair leg cozy on a folding chair to keep it from scratching the floor. And I totally never did a video for it. I think I just put a little blurb under the picture of how I did it. And it wasn't until recently that I saw someone else post in a Loom group about that, and I realized I never did the video for it. And it's a pretty quick process that you can do. So I want to thank that person for posting in the Loom group because it reminded me to do this video. So for the one that I did, which is on a folding chair, I ended up using the spool loom. Again, it's one that has two different sides. You have the smaller side, the bigger side. We're going to use this side here. And if you're going to end up doing one for like a bigger leg out of a chair, I would say going to the 12 peg Nifty Knitter loom could help you. And if not, you can try to find another loom that you can kind of adjust to the size of the actual leg. But again, this is more for folding chair legs if you want to cover them up. But again, you should be able to modify it to another chair leg if you need to. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the drawstring cast on. You want to drop enough yarn down the tube. So you want to make sure, or down the spool, you want to make sure it's coming out the bottom. So you have something to hang on to down here. For the drawstring, we just kind of work our way in and out between the pegs. Not all pegs will get wrapped. As you can see, we're going back and forth between the pegs until we get back to the start. When you get to the start, lay your working yarn across the top, and wherever there now is 2 strands, knit over. So you're going to work just around, and this will help lock it into place. Again, wherever there is 2, go ahead and knit over. You can choose to double up the yarn if you want, but we're going to do the U-knit, which will actually make it a little tighter for us. So again, we're going to go to the next one. It's pretty simple to go around. When you get back to the start, we're going to just put this in front of this loom. Okay, and we're just going to go wrapping to the next, and you're just going to wrap it. We're just going to do the regular E-wrap knit for this one row here. So we're going to work all the way around the loom, excuse me, until you get back to the beginning. Oops, I'm not there yet. Okay, so now just go ahead and knit over. Now what's great about this is you can easily modify how many rows you do. Like, I'm not really concerned about keeping track of my rows and telling you, oh, I did this many rows, because it's really going to be how far up on the leg that you actually want it to go. This is just to give you the idea of how you can do it for those that like a visual. So again, once you do the row, pop it down, and as you work, you'll be able to pull the string at the bottom, and it will close off on the inside, which we'll be able to see as we get going down. So again, we're going to do the U-knit this time just to make it a little snugger. So U-knit, we come around and we just have it like a U, and we go ahead and we knit it over. Go to the next. And this is great. Like I said, you can double up the yarn if you want it thicker for on the leg. You can, if you don't want it totally thick, you can do just a couple strands, or excuse me, 1 strand, and just change up what stitch you do, and that will kind of help. So you're just going to do the U-knit around. And that's all we're going to do. The U-knit just makes it a little tighter. So again, you just U-knit around. Like I said, all I'm doing when I U-knit is I'm in front of the peg and I just go halfway around. I'm not E-wrapping it. And you could change up your stitch. You can choose to switch over to purling if you want. You can choose to maybe do a chunky knit stitch if you want. I mean, it's all about what you want. So once you get back to the beginning, push them all down, and then again decide which stitch you want to do. Do you want to continue doing the U-knit? Do you want to do a different one? And then again, you'll just slowly tug on this, and it will close off this on the inside. So that's what makes it great, and that becomes like a little pocket for the leg to go in. So I'm just going to keep working this down. This time I think I might change it up just for fun and do the chunky knit, which means I'm going to wrap. I'm going to take the yarn and wrap it around once, wrap it around twice, okay, and as you get back to the beginning, you'll end up having 4 strands on it as you go around again. Now, if you're confused on where your starting peg is, you can easily find like a stitch marker or put a little bit of painter's tape on whatever one you want to consider your starter. But once you have 4 strands on the peg, like this, I want you to go ahead and knit the bottom 3 over the top one. So take all those bottom loops and go up and over. It's going to be a little tight because we did the use knit, and again you'll be holding it a little different. So again, just go to the next, wrap it, take the bottom 3 over the top and work that around doing the E-wrap knit. I'm being careful too because some of these pegs are starting to come out for me, so I want to make sure I glue them in after. So just work your way back to the beginning. See, a peg just popped out on me. I gotta super glue that in tomorrow. Okay. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want 5. Okay, we're gonna wrap it. Okay, bottom 3 over the top 1. And just finish off till you get to the starter again. So really, like I said, it's going to be whatever stitch you want. If you want it to not be have many holes, you're going to want to do a tighter stitch. If you, or you're going to need to change up how much yarn you use. Okay, so it gets kind of on the inside, and again, you could take this and gently start kind of tugging it. I don't know how well you can see that when you start gently tugging it, it's going to close off on the inside, and we'll finish the inside once it comes off the loom. Okay, and then again, we're just going to tug it, start closing that off. So I'm going to quickly go off camera, and I'm going to continue with the chunky stitch. Again, it's going to be till I kind of get it where it's coming out the bottom. Like I'm going to go for about the length of the actual spool loom for my little leg cozy, but you can choose to do it longer. It really, like I said, depends on how far up on the thing you want. So I'm going to work it until it's starting to come out of the bottom, and then we'll go ahead and bind it off. For those that were curious, I did keep track, and I did 5 rows of that same stitch, and as you can tell, it's starting to come out of the bottom. So now we want to go ahead and we want to take this off of the loom. So make sure you have your scissors, your crochet hook, and your looming tool nearby. And we're just going to do a knit bind off. So we're going to take our yarn, we're going to rewrap this first peg once, and then we're going to move it over to the next one. Knit it over, rewrap it one more time, move it over, knit it over, rewrap one more time, move it over. Now again, you can choose to do more chains in between if you need it for the leg that you're doing for the chair. Knit over, one more time around, move over, knit over, rewrap again, move over, knit over, rewrap, move over. Now we're getting to the last peg, so again we're still going to knit over, rewrap once, knit over, move it onto the final peg, knit it over. Now go ahead, cut a working tail. Now gently take this off of the loom. And now using it, put your crochet hook through the hole, and you still want to make sure it's all joined the way it should be, which it does. But I'm just going to go over here to one of the loops next to it, going over the back. Then I'm going to work this whole strand through the project. I like to give it an extra knot. And then you can trim this part down. You can hide the working yarn in, but we also have to deal with this part on this side. But again, this is going to be on the bottom, so we don't have to worry about going on the inside to fix it. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to go to another loop on the other side, grab the tail that we had, and bring it through a little bit, okay, just a little bit, and then move it all the way through, and then go ahead and put a knot on the bottom. You just want it to be tied off, and if you're concerned, you can always work it in a little more to the project just by weaving it kind of around the base of the little cozy. Get over here. Just by going into some other stitches and just kind of hide it in there if you don't want it to be seen all the way. And then just trim it. And again, continue hiding any little strands that you need to. Again, this is going to be on the base of the chair. They're not going to see it that much, so you just kind of work it through and then just keep kind of trimming it. And now we got our little cozy and kind of stretch out that we can put on our chair. And again, this last little one here, I'm just going to go in the inside and grab what I want to hide so it's hidden on the inside of the cozy. So now you can go ahead and you can work this onto your folding chair leg. Again, it might be snug to get on, but that's it. You want it to be snug so that it doesn't go drooping down like a pair of socks would on your own legs. So I hope this helps for people to make a simple little chair cozy for the legs of their chairs. And like I said, you can change up the stitch you do, you can change up how many rows you do if you want it to be longer. As you can see in the picture before, you got an idea of roughly how far up this end up being on the chair leg, and I hope this helps. Have a great day. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell icon to be notified when I do a new video. And have a great day, everyone.